In the heart of bustling New York City, Liz Murray faced challenges that would have broken many. Born to parents battling drug addiction, Liz's early life was marred by instability and neglect. Their addiction consumed the family's resources, leading to long periods without electricity, food, or even basic necessities. As a young child, Liz learned to fend for herself, scavenging for food and enduring hunger pangs that became as familiar as the cold walls of their small, run-down apartment. By the time she was 15, Liz's world crumbled completely. Her mother passed away from complications relating to HIV/AIDS, and her father, unable to care for her, was placed in a shelter. With nowhere to turn, Liz found herself homeless, navigating the unforgiving streets alone. Nights were spent sleeping on park benches and stairwells, or riding the subway to stay warm. School became her sanctuary, the one place where she could escape the harsh reality of her existence. Despite having to beg for food and borrow clothes from friends, Liz remained fiercely committed to her education. She found solace in books, realizing that knowledge was the key to a different future. Studying under streetlights and sneaking into libraries for warmth, she defied the odds by completing 4 years of high school in just 2. Her dedication did not go unnoticed. She earned a scholarship to Harvard University, proving that no obstacle is insurmountable for those who refuse to surrender. Thousands of miles away, in Pakistan's Swat Valley, Malala Yousafzai was growing up in a world where education for girls was seen as an act of defiance. From a young age, Malala was encouraged by her father to pursue learning, an act that became dangerous when the Taliban took control of the region. Schools were burned, and girls were forbidden from attending classes. Determined to fight for her right to learn, Malala began blogging for the BBC under a pseudonym, exposing the brutal realities of life under the Taliban rule. She soon became a symbol of resistance, openly speaking about the importance of education. Her courage came at a price. One fateful afternoon, as she rode home from school, a gunman boarded her bus and shot her in the head. The bullet traveled through her skull and neck, leaving her in critical condition. Against all odds, Malala survived. After undergoing multiple surgeries, she regained her ability to speak and move. Rather than retreating in fear, she emerged stronger, continuing her advocacy on a global scale. At just 17, she became the youngest ever Nobel Peace Prize laureate. Her unwavering commitment to education has seen transform the lives of millions of girls worldwide. Across the Atlantic, in the United Kingdom, Ed Jackson was living his dream as a professional rugby player. With years of rigorous training, he had carved a name for himself in the sport. But one evening in 2017, his life took a tragic turn. A freak accident, driving into a shallow swimming pool, left him paralyzed from the shoulders down. Doctors warned him that he might never walk again. For months, Ed laid in a hospital bed, unable to move. He felt imprisoned in his own body, but he refused to accept defeat. With unwavering determination, he embarked on an arduous journey of rehabilitation. Each day was filled with grueling physical therapy, incremental victories, and excruciating setbacks. Then, something miraculous happened. He began to regain movement. From taking his first steps to eventually walking with a cane, Ed defied medical expectations. Determined to reclaim his life, he set his sight on mountaineering. Scaling Snow Dawn in Wales, the Matterhorn in the Alps, and peaks across the Himalayas, he proved that the human spirit knows no boundaries. In Arizona, a young boy named Anthony Robles was born without his right leg. From childhood, he was told what he could and couldn't do, and wrestling wasn't on the list. Yet, Anthony refused to let his physical condition define him. He trained tirelessly, compensating for his missing limb with incredible upper body strength and unmatched determination. His efforts paid off. By his senior year of high school, he had become the state champion. But he had a bigger goal in mind: competing at the national level. Against wrestlers who had two legs, Anthony honed his technique, defying conventional wisdom. His college career culminated in an undefeated season, and in 2011 he won the NCAA Division I National Wrestling Championship. Anthony's triumph on the mat was not just a personal victory, it was a statement. It was a proof that limitations exist only in the mind, and that success belongs to those who refuse to quit. In June 2021, Shay Foster was a promising cross-country athlete, set to compete at Oklahoma State University. But in a tragic twist of fate, he was involved in a devastating car accident. He awoke in a hospital bed, paralyzed from the waist down. Doctors told him that it would be a miracle if he walked again, let alone compete. For many, such news would have been the end of a dream. But Shay refused to accept defeat. With a sheer willpower, he pushed through months of painful therapy. Each step was a battle, each milestone a victory. His determination bore fruits when, just months later, he not only regained his ability to walk, but returned to the track, training for the Paralympics. His journey is a testament of human resilience, a reminder that even in the darkest moments, hope and perseverance can forge a path forward. Though these individuals come from different backgrounds and face different battles, they all share one unshakable truth: adversity is not the end. It is the beginning of greatness. Liz Murray's journeys from homelessness to Harvard, Malala's defiance in the face of terror, Ed Jackson's fight against paralysis, Anthony Robles' victory against the odds, and Shay Foster's miraculous return to running, each story echoes the same message: strength is born from struggle. Life will throw obstacles in our way, but it is our response that defines us. The road may be difficult, the challenges overwhelming, but as these extraordinary individuals have proven, nothing is impossible. Their stories are not just tales of triumph, but beacons of inspiration for all of us to rise, fight, and conquer whatever stands in our way.